are live. Hey, I see it. We're live. We might have been live already. I don't know. I always mess that up. But I'm here with another amazing Florida wrestling coach, and he's actually right down the street from me here in St. Cloud. It's the head coach of St. Cloud Wrestling. He's also a football coach at St. Cloud as well. He wrestled and played football at Springstead, so he is a homegrown kid right here in Florida. And it's Coach Eric Scrivens with the St. Cloud Bulldogs. What's up, Coach?
What's up, man? Glad to be here.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to finally get you on here. You know how many people tell me every week, man, you got to get Eric on. He's right there in St. Cloud. You got to get Eric on. You got to get Eric on. I mean, constantly. So, man, Coach, you're definitely loved in the Florida wrestling community.
Oh, that's a good deal, man. I love working with the kids, and this sport is awesome. So anything I can do, I'm there for it. I'm always there. I'm always about it.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you. I figured eventually, just to shut me up, you'd come on. I think I messaged you a bunch. You messaged me back. No, next when I get my house, when I get my, and I'm like, all right, well, I'll get him one day. He's gonna come on one day. I'll catch him at a tournament,
which is about to happen. So
yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, it's really out of respect, man. This show's awesome. So
well, thank you so much. I have no idea what I'm doing. I started it on a purpose, and I'm learning as I go, and it's just been fun. And
that's awesome.
Who I've gotten to meet, it's been really, really cool. So I can't wait to be out in the wrestling community again. Like to see the tournament happen, to watch the mats, to hear the noise, to hear the whistles. I mean, I just missed that all. So as a fan, I know as a coach, a wrestler, it's got to be 10 times what I feel. But I miss the screaming, I miss the whistles.
Get me going, man.
Yeah, I mean, the what do they say? The happiness of winning, the agony of defeat, seeing one kid with their hands up, one kid walking off, having to be coached and having to get his chin raised, and just seeing that all happen is awesome.
Oh, I can't wait. November seems like forever. I'm glad we're actually gonna get to wrestle here in a week or so. So that's gonna be really refreshing. It's been too long, man. It's been too long.
Yeah, and I'm excited to get out there too and just get to meet. There's a lot of people. I just want to shake their hand and say thank you for supporting the show, coming on the show, allowing me to talk to them, discuss wrestling with them, teach me. Each one of you guys teach me something. I learn through you. So definitely been a blessing. Well, I know you're in Central Florida like I am.
Yep.
We were locked down there for a while, but it seems like Florida has kind of cracked the door open a bit. So people are out doing things. What's it been like out there in St. Cloud? Have you guys been able to do any wrestling? Have you been able to do much?
It's pretty tough, man. You have to be creative. I mean, the schools are still kind of, not sure with having the clubs in. So I think most of us that are able to work out have to work out with our club off campus. We're lucky enough that one of our kids in our program, his father owns a gym. So we're able to get, workouts in there, which is, really kind of cool because we were a young team. So to miss all of this time and not work out would have been really hard on our program. And I know a lot of other programs are facing that. That's why, I know that we're pretty lucky. Like, we're blessed because there's some places they can't get in at school. So where do you go? And, that's just one of the things that everyone is having to figure out through this pandemic. So, yeah, we've been lucky. We've been able to work out and keep social distancing, but still, try to make some gains here in the off season, which is always a goal.
Yeah, and that, excuse me, sorry, been a long day. And that secret club you're talking about has really grown. I remember when I first started hearing about it, and it's good to see it's another club growing in Central Florida, obviously.
Yeah,
always good. Eric Scarborough just asked if Martinez is okay. He says, is Martinez good? Saw he didn't wrestle at States last year.
Yeah, man, it was really rough. Like that, he wrestled really tough all year long. In fact, the only matches that he lost all year, they were pretty much all to ranked kids, like top ranked kids. And, he tweaked the knee, and we thought we were going to be able to make it through the season, but, did a great job at the district tournament, won the district, got to the regional finals, and it went. And, just there at the end, it was, it's just a tough decision. I had to leave it up to the kid and the parents, and the decision was ultimately that he wasn't able to go. So he missed the state tournament. He's been working out though, been really strong. We've been focusing on trying to rehab the knee, so we're feeling pretty good about where he is right now. So we're all hoping that he's 100% recovered.
Cool. Well, thanks for the question, Eric. Hopefully that answers it for you. If you have any others, shoot it over to us. Hey, so let's talk about your Bulldog program, man. There's a lot of history there. And what has Eric Scrivens brought to the program? The culture, the philosophy, and the history of St. Cloud Bulldogs. And Eric Scarborough says, man, hope he finds the podium this year. One of those seniors I'm going to keep an eye on.
Oh, good deal, man. I'm glad to hear that. Tell him I said thank you, or I guess he can hear me. Yeah, I mean, this program is really awesome. I started in Osceola County, way back in 2007. I was at two other schools, Liberty and Celebration, before getting the opportunity at St. Cloud. I came over to St. Cloud because of the history that they had, and I actually had the privilege of working with their state championship coach in Vic Lorenzano. I also had a really close relationship with the head coach prior to me, Matt Milton, and I don't know if you guys know, but he passed away, about 6 years ago now. Oh, wow. And it really was a program that, in the county, really other than Osceola, there's not any state championship wrestling programs in the county. So it was kind of awesome to be able to be a part of that. And one of the things that I always liked about St. Cloud when we wrestled them is they're really tough. They had kids that, maybe if you looked at them, you would say, all right, well, this kid's the number one kid in the state, but they're tough, man. Like, just relentless in their approach, in their attitude, in their hand fighting, in their bottom, in their top. It just is really awesome to watch how those kids fought. And a lot of that was a reflection of, Lorenzano and then Milton afterwards. And, when I got here, it was really cool because, we were trying to carry that on and really build that tenacious attitude in wrestling, because that's kind of wrestling I like, man. Like, I'm an Iowa guy as far as like my college team, and I like teams that are physical, that are pressing forward, that are attacking, and that's the kind of program that we want. And we're building and doing a really great job with that. We had state qualifier in that second year that I was here, another bit, two of them that third year, and then I kind of had to take a step back. A couple of different reasons, health, one of them. So I stepped down, and we had the program taken over by, really, we got lucky because he was coming over to teach, and Rick Tribit came over, and that was really, like I said, that was a blessing, because Rick's one of the Hall of Fame coaches in the state of Florida. So just to have him here at the school and have the opportunity to coach and put his hands on the program was really kind of cool. We went through another coach after that, who's also, he's coached state champs before, John Smorin, and that was that second year. So now I'm in year 5. I actually came back into the wrestling program as an assistant with Rick, and then also assisted Smorin in his year. He was there in 1 year. And then Coach Cash and I, who came over from Osceola. So even though there was transition there for a little while, I think the transition was still pretty good, because we had some really good quality coaches that were in with the program. And then, after a 3-year hiatus, man, like I was hungry again, and health was better, and the program has always been my baby. Like I never, even when I stepped away, like it was momentary, and I just couldn't do it. Like, if I'm gonna go out, then I'm gonna go out coaching wrestling. And at the end of the day, like I said, my health got better and it was good. My family was in a good place. So I got back in it. And after that third year, I got the opportunity to be the head coach again. And man, like we went right back after it. We haven't stopped working since. We're trying to get bigger, trying to get stronger. We had 2 state qualifiers last year, even though Will wasn't able to wrestle. But we're really excited about where the program is because we had a bunch of young kids. And I think that's the thing that I bring to the table is that I love this thing, man. And the passion is real and the drive is real. And I think the kids recognize that because kids will spot a fake really quick. Like if you're just yelling to yell, they know. Like if you're not 100% in, they know. And that's never been a problem for me because I love this sport. I love St. Cloud. I'm here because I want to be here. And the kids recognize that and they work hard. And, I'm looking at this year that we had no seniors last year. And we are going to have 4 or 5 this year, 5. And then a bunch of juniors. So we are not young anymore. We're pretty experienced. I got a bunch of kids that are looking to break through. So I'm really excited about this season. Like I need the coronavirus to kind of go away so the dogs, dogs can have their day, man.
Yeah, I like it. And, you've grown quite a boys program there. And I know we were talking off air. You're up to about 6 or 7 girls now, right? And you're starting to go.
Yep.
You're starting to build a pretty good girls team there. You had mentioned you got a real stud at 106 that's making some noise. And how's that look for you?
Man, I got to be honest. Like am I allowed to say her name or is that like
I don't.
Anyone that knows our program knows Sophia. She's gonna kill me when I say this. She's about 4.5 feet tall. All right. She is a firecracker. She has been since the time she was a little kid. She actually came into the program because I coached her older brother, Demetrius, who was one of my previous state qualifiers. And when I met her, she was a little dancer. Not dancer, holy gosh, she's gonna kill me. Gymnast. So she was like a really high level gymnast. And one day she just said, hey, you know what? I want to try it. And I tell you what, she talk about a duck to water. She really took to it, man. And from the moment she started, which was like 7th grade, I think she won the girls middle school tournament the first year. And the second year she repeated, never lost a match. Her 9th grade year, I don't think she lost a match with girls until like the state tournament, maybe. She wrestled in our boys lineup from the time she was a freshman. And this year she's a junior. And again, we're really excited. She's very powerful, extremely dedicated. She wrestles with us during the season, does a lot of off-season wrestling with the Florida girls team. Literally just went out to, what's that tournament they just went to? It was in, I think, Georgia. And went up there.
I saw where girls were in Georgia, and then I saw someone posted that Reese was up in State College.
Yeah, that was Freedom. Yeah. I'm pretty sure she was in Georgia. And, again, it took a nationally ranked girl that was ranked like number 1 or 2 in the country to knock her off. She is legitimately one of the most dedicated athletes that we have in the program. So when other girls see that, and other boys, because our boys are really driven by how tough she is, and it kind of makes them say, hey, look, when coach can look at this little 5-foot tall girl in the room and say, hey, she's one of the toughest kids in the room, and she is, then it makes you say, okay, well, I don't really have any excuse. Like, I got to go out there and get after it. And again, it's been really a blessing. That family's awesome for our program. So, I'm looking forward to her. She's been 4, she's been 3 in the state with girls, and we're looking at her this year. I think this is her year, man. She really got a shot, to win it. And then she's been pretty close with boys to qualifying for state. So, it's really exciting. We're looking forward to what our season's going to look like.
I don't know what happened, but your speaker changed.
Yeah, this phone is horrible
All right.
and it
you're
hates
fine.
me. So can you
Yeah,
hear me still?
I can hear you still.
Yeah.
Just wasn't sure what happened there. But we got it all.
All
We
right.
heard everything about it. And that's awesome. One of the big topics I really wanted, obviously you already spoke about learning under Vic and Rick and your program and Florida wrestling and girls, but something I really wanted to bring up with you, because I know it's near and dear to you, is the football wrestling relationship. I mean,
Right.
there's a lot of programs out there that tell me there's no way I could have built this program if I didn't have a football coach.
Right.
What is it that wrestling does for these linemen that, or football players or anyone that, I mean, we saw 4 of the top 6 linemen in the NFL that got drafted.
Mm-hmm.
They all wrestled at one point. We've
Right.
seen a lot of middle linebackers. Ray Lewis is somebody.
Right.
Why is wrestling something that you as a football coach tell your guys, hey, you should do that?
Right. Well, I mean, I played football a lot longer than I wrestled. I don't know what it was about wrestling. I fell in love with it really fast. But, I grew up like most Florida kids, a lot of Florida kids, in that football is king. And, just like every kid, I'm going to play football forever. But I was short and I wasn't the biggest guy in the world. And, when I got into wrestling, what I learned was that doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if you're smaller than those other guys. You can still beat those guys if your mindset is right, if your feet are right, if your hips are right, if your attitude is right, if your hand fighting is right, if your leverage is right. And there literally is nothing else in high school, nothing that you can do that teaches those things better than wrestling. Like, you can go lift all the weights in the world. There's no clean and jerk rack on the football field. There's no bench press on the football field. It's not the same thing. And if a kid doesn't understand how to translate the bench press into a block or into extending their hands as a linebacker, it doesn't matter, because they don't have to ever practice it in the weight room. But if you wrestle, you have to understand leverage. You have to understand footwork. You have to understand head position. You have to understand, where my body needs to be in this point of contact. And you have to do it in the middle of a fight. And, thankfully, I have a really great relationship with my football coach. I won't say that it translates 100% into kids in the wrestling room, but he does not hinder me. He believes in what we do. And for the most part, he supports me 100%. And I don't discredit that, because I've heard horror stories of other coaches where it just really doesn't take a lot for the football program to make it really difficult for the wrestling program. And my guy doesn't do that. So, to that end, I'm really blessed in that, he kind of helps me with that. In fact, of the team that I have now, 3/4 of them started as football players. Now, I've got some that have stepped away, and they now are solely wrestlers. But, again, that's going to happen. I kind of have that conversation with him. But yeah, man, when you look at the guys that have been great at wrestling and translated that to the NFL or to college to the next level, you can't dispute it. Like, the toughness, the drive, the discipline, the just everything that wrestling is, the understanding that it's not scheme that's going to save you. Because there are tons of kids that think, oh, well, it's coach's play that makes us score. Nah, man, at the end, it's Jimmys and Joes. So if our Jimmys beat your Joes every time because your Joes are scared of our Jimmys, then we can't play. And in wrestling, you learn to not be scared. You learn to fight. And, that I tell our coach all the time, send them kids to me. They're a little bit timid, send them out to the wrestling room, because we'll get it out of them. And I think most of the wrestling coaches echo that, hey, man, we can do that for you. So, I don't know why you wouldn't wrestle if you played football. Like, I wish I would have done it as a freshman, because who knows where you could have been. But
I mean, I watched I read something where Coach Madden said, I wish when I coached the Raiders during the off season, I could have made my linemen go wrestle.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And who else? I remember the old show Mike and Mike in the Morning on ESPN.
Uh-huh.
And I remember Mike
Golick
Golick always talking about his wrestling. And he used to say, yeah, I mean, you can get to the combine and you can bench 1,000,000 pounds, but that's not football. You can get to the combine and do that stuff. And he would always say how the wrestling helped him. Rob Pancake says, what a handsome coach.
That's my buddy right there, man. That's the very definition of, a diamond parent. Like, man, his kid went through our program, and, that he went from being a parent of a kid in the program to, honestly, one of my best friends. And, that's we get really blessed like that, because you do find parents that are great. They get it. And, you have lifelong friendships. So, yeah, man, that's my buddy.
Yeah, I mean, he sucks as an insurance agent, but
Yeah.
he's all right as a dad.
That's funny.
I've been with well, I don't know who my wife is with now. I think we're still with him.
Right.
But we've been with State Farm. Gosh, I don't know when I walked into that little office in Kissimmee. But,
yeah, he left us now, man. He's gone. He's up in the woods in Georgia somewhere.
Yeah, I know. When I get the Georgia coaches on now, he shouts them out too. It's like he knows everybody.
Yeah, that's Rob.
Yeah, he's a real nice guy.
Yeah.
Hey, so Rob said, hey, okay, maybe you're an okay insurance agent, Rob. If you're looking for car insurance, hit up Rob Pancake for your auto insurance today.
Nice.
How's that, Rob? That good? Oh, hey, so you're gonna have some kids at the Challenger?
Yeah, man. We're like I said, it's been kind of, it's hard to keep kids. Sorry,
I talked to you and Siri started talking to me. I'm like, hey, shut up! You're not in this interview.
Is that Mike or Sean?
I don't know. It was Siri. Siri started.
Oh, the Siri, the phone. Okay. Yeah, I know someone named Siri, so I was like,
oh no. He said I'm an okay car salesman. That's what I did for 20 years. So.
What was the question you asked me?
You got some guys and girls going over to the Challenger?
Yeah, we'll probably have 15 to 20 or so kids that'll be going over there, because like I said, we're going this weekend over to the East Coast and get a little bit of mat time there, and then that's all in preparation for Super 32. So my kids are ready to go. They're pretty excited about wrestling in that tournament, because again, like I said, we've got some guys that like just have been right there, and they haven't been able to break through. They've been young, and wrestling's tough. There's a lot of really serious competition in the state, and Florida wrestling has really become, extremely competitive. Because when we look at our kids when they go around the country, it's not like it used to be, 15, 20 years ago. Like, our kids are competitive, and they're going to D1 colleges, and it's really kind of an awesome time to be a part of Florida wrestling right now. So we can't wait. I think most of those weight classes have like 50 kids in it. It's insane, but at the same time, like, it's crazy. Like, it's exciting. So yeah, we're definitely, our kids that are going, we're pretty excited.
Yeah, the 32 Challenger in Kissimmee this year is going to be huge.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I can't imagine it's ever been that big. I mean, I think kids all over the state just want to wrestle right now.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I would agree.
I think it's good they're doing it at Silver Spurs. You got place where you can stick the parents up in the stands. You got downstairs with the wrestlers. As long as they keep kind of some control.
Right. What else will be neat, man? Like, we can show the kids who want to go to the state tournament, hey man, this is it. This is where it takes place. Look around. how would you like to be in here with the place, half packed or whatever pandemic rules are going to allow,
Right.
and be wrestling for the state tournament, for the state championship at the end of the year, and they'll get to see it. So that's going to be pretty neat. I'm excited.
I can't wait until the girls are in there too, because I think
Yeah.
that we're really going to see a crowd. We're really going to see a pack. We're really going to see some noise and have some fun. Are any of your guys or girls going up to Myrtle Beach?
I don't think any of us are planning to go to Myrtle Beach, but I don't know. I guess it depends on how things go with this qualifier. We kind of really last year or this summer we had a plan for our off season, but that obviously got kind of destroyed because you couldn't do anything. So right now the door's wide open. We most definitely as a program can afford to go up to Myrtle Beach. So I don't know. It's still up in the air.
Yeah, so I know obviously with the 32 moving to Myrtle Beach, if you some people that obviously qualify, you'll take them. But
right.
As far as the Michigan Grappler moving to Myrtle Beach, October 3rd and 4th, I think 3rd and 4th.
Yeah.
You gonna bring any kids there? Try to get some kids up there.
We'll see. We're kind of playing it by ear right now. It's like I said, it's tough because a lot of my focus is with football right now. So, my assistants are pretty much handling the day-to-day wrestling, and it's a financial thing. I mean, are we gonna
some of the clubs? I know that you got a lot of kids over there at TK, right?
Yeah, well, some, yeah, we have a couple, but
maybe TK is going to take a group. I don't know. I haven't heard.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. And then if we have a couple that want to go, then we definitely might team up with those guys.
Yeah, you got a couple really solid clubs kind of opened up out there in St. Cloud, so that's good. That's a lot of help. I mean, you can see with Harmony and St. Cloud, the program's building. It's the off-season clubs have to help, right?
And I tell you what, off season and then youth. You have to have youth, and those youth programs are huge. Quite a few of our kids that are in our program, high school program now, we've been coaching at least since 6th grade. So when you can go even further back than that, that's really the key to these powerhouse programs. So when you look at Lake Gibson and you look at, Brandon, and you look at, even Harmony, a lot of their kids now have come through and they've been wrestling since they're, 8, 9 years old. That's huge. So, certainly having a club is absolutely imperative. You can't do it without a club. So.
Yeah, I like it. Well, cool, man. You ready for the 10 questions?
Yeah, man. Let's get it on.
All right, let's do it. Coco or Daytona?
Ooh, Coco.
Closer too, right?
Yep.
The Catfish Place or Krabby Bill's?
Ooh, easy. Catfish Place.
The fried green tomatoes, right?
Man, if you're from St. Cloud, you know.
Yeah. Universal or Disney?
Jeez. For me, Universal all day. But if I'm with my kids, you can't beat Disney. So.
All right, you got 2 great barbecue places. You got Meat and Fire up there next to the Publix on Narcoossee. And you got the good old Fat Boys that's been there for years.
Oh, I know I'm probably going to anger some people, but I got to go Meat and Fire.
I got to agree with you. Years ago, I think when it was only Fat Boys and Sonny's, I definitely went Fat Boys.
Right.
Even though Sonny's got the best garlic bread. But
for sure.
That dude that opened up Meat and Fire, he's doing something right. And I heard that he used to travel and win stuff, and then he decided I don't want to travel anymore and open that up. And I think he does a good job. Not that Fat Boys isn't good, but it's
not at all. It's still pretty good.
Yeah. Dave and Buster's or Andretti's?
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna go Andretti's.
I like
cars. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, they got the go-karts, right?
Yeah, man, things are fun.
Touch of basil, or is it? What did I write here?
Chimentos?
Yes. That's what I wrote. Chimento.
Touch of basil or chimentos. Dude, you're gonna get me in trouble, man. I like work out here. Jeez.
Hey, you can say both, dude. There's no rules to this.
I'm really glad you did that. I'm gonna go both.
You could be like, the pizza there and the spaghetti and meatballs there.
That is exactly it. Spaghetti and meatballs at Chimentos and pizza at Touch of Basil.
All right. Volcano Bay or Wet and Wild?
Well, this is easy. I got to go Wet and Wild because I have honestly never been to Volcano Bay.
Right. So that was easy.
Yep.
Okay, so I know Jersey Mike's is out there,
but
there's also a place that's been out there for many, many years.
Go for it.
One of my favorites, Philly Steak and Subs.
Oh, no question. Not even close.
Not
Philly.
even.
No, yeah.
I couldn't find anyone else to put up against them. I was looking, but they've been out there since they were in that little brown shack off of Vermont.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
No, it's not even a question right there.
Growing up in Florida, were you a Bucks guy or a Finns guy?
Dude, I am all the way Tampa Bay Bucks. All the way. All the way.
Yeah. Hopefully. Rob Pancake says Batman or Superman?
He's really funny because he knows better. Superman, man.
Superman. He's probably one of the. They're not superheroes.
Yeah. No, he's a Batman fanboy.
Yeah. All right, so this is something where I just went sip and dip or the world.
You're not gonna believe this, but I don't go to sip and dip.
No.
Nope.
Best donuts.
Nope. Long story. Nope.
Oh. I have a feeling I can take a wild guess.
Nope. Don't go there.
But, well, he is a little shitty about them, but they have really good donuts.
They do have really good donuts. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not knocking the place.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with their food, but I don't go there.
No. All right, so there's an issue there. We won't dig deep. We'll talk when we run into each other over at the stadium. I'll catch the lingo on that off the air.
Yeah, man.
I think my little boy is behind me crying right now because that's his favorite donut. It's okay, Zachary.
That's so funny.
Sure. Here, you want some more of these? Hold on. These, I'm going to those. I know we're live, but whatever. I'm going to D1 Duels tomorrow, and
Right.
I got some stickers and stuff. So my little guy was like, "Hey, you want me to put them in bags and stuff for you to take to the duels tomorrow?" So I was like, "All right, cool." So
Yeah, man.
that was nice, man. So let me think of what I can put in place of that. Well, there's
not a lot else out here, man.
No, yeah, I can go Jimmy's Diner or the Coffee Cup.
Oh, that's an easy one too, because wait, Jimmy's Diner.
Is it Jimmy's?
No, yeah.
No, it's Rodeo Diner.
Okay. Oh, what'd you say? Rodeo Diner or what?
Or what do they call it now? The
Coffee
cup?
Cup. Yeah. Same thing, man. I'm gonna get in trouble, so I'm gonna go with both.
Oh, perfect.
Rodeo Diner for breakfast and Rodeo Diner for lunch and Coffee Cup for breakfast.
Yeah.
They're both great places.
Well, I used to hit Rodeo a lot because when I was, 24, 25, I don't know if you remember, there used to be a car dealership where the Wawa and the dollar store is now, right across the street. Diner. And
yeah, I've only been out here for like 7 years. So.
Oh yeah, when we went through that first recession, that dealership closed down. So it's gone, and it's now a Wawa and a dollar store. And
right.
Much as I loved working there, I like Wawa better.
Nothing wrong with Wawa.
Being a guy that spent a lot of time in Philly, I remember the first time before, Wawas weren't down here yet. Nobody knew what Wawa was. And
Right.
I went up to Philly because my wife was going to school, and I get a job at a car dealership because that was what I did. And
Right.
some dude's like, "Yo, you like subs?" I'm like, "Yeah, who doesn't like subs, right?"
Right.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. I'm like, "Well, I mean, if you don't like it with meat, you can get it with something, right? I mean, shit, make a sub with whatever you want." So he's like, "Come on." And we pull into a gas station. He's like, "Come on, we're gonna go eat." I'm like, "There's a gas station, dude." They obviously it didn't look like what Wawa's looked like today. It was like a little corner shithole gas station, right? And you're like, "All right, well, where the hell are you taking me?" He's like, "Dude, trust me, this is Wawa, Philly's own," right? And I'm like, "Okay." I walk in and there was these machines and whatever. You ordered a sub, dude behind. I was like, "The best damn sub I've ever had." And they're like, "It's not a sub, it's a hoagie." And I'm like, "No, there's a sub where I'm from." They're like, "It's a hoagie." I'm like, okay.
I paid. It's whatever I want to call it.
Yeah. But ever since then, man, I knew what Wawa was. I knew what that bread was they used.
Mm-hmm.
I think they call it like the Amoroso rolls. Man, it's good stuff. But listen, still one of the best steak and cheese places in the world that I've been to is there in St. Cloud. Man, they do it good. They do it right.
Man, we do a big tournament. We do two of them. We do a dual tournament in December, the 11th and the 12th, and then big IBT in January. And a lot of those places that you mentioned, they like donate food for our hospitality room. So,
nice.
I that's one of the things that's been really awesome is that the community support for the school out here is really, it's kind of cool. So, and because we have all those local restaurants, it definitely, it's nice because we get real food in the hospitality room. So
So even though St. Cloud has grown a ton. I mean, the flea market's no longer there. It's now that big mall, and it used to just be Walmart, and then so that side of town has really grown, but it's still a mom and pop town. I mean, if you go deep into St. Cloud, you get past that first initial kind of McDonald's stuff right there, and you get past and you get down to Fat Boys and the Catfish House. You still have mom and pop places, little Italian places. Who would win arm wrestling between Eric and Coach Lorenzano?
Oh my God, who wrote that?
Pancake.
So Ward, you got to get Vic Lorenzano on here, because if I'm going to answer that question, then he definitely needs a chance to, kind of speak for himself, because he's going to claim that he's undefeated, and it's really kind of ridiculous. But I definitely would win.
Yeah, well, send me his info and I'll hit him up. Or if you're listening, Vic, hey man, let's do it. I'm down. And hey man, let's get your little rock star on here, that 106 girl. I want to hear from her. Sounds like
I'm gonna let her know, man. I actually, like I said, I was thinking about bringing her and maybe one other kid on here, maybe Wilfredo or one of our other guys. But yeah, definitely, I'll get her on.
Anyone you'd like to have on here, you've seen. I take them all. Anyone who wants to tell their story is welcome.
Yeah, I'm gonna get her on here for sure. Because I mean, not only is she a really great wrestler, man, she's got like a 4.0 GPA, and she's in like 3 AP classes. It's ridiculous that she maintains that rigor in the classroom, but still, does so much with wrestling and is so at such a high level. So yeah, I definitely get her on.
The opportunities that are out there now for
the
and it's growing. And then I was just talking to the coaches at Life U, and I had no idea 2024 girls beach wrestling is going to be in the Olympics.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
That's cool because young girls dream just like young boys dream, and when you're a young girl and the Olympic is your dream, you're seeing softball, you're seeing soccer, you're seeing beach volleyball. Now you see women's wrestling. Now you see now you'll see the women on the beach. You see the avenue, and then you can be like, okay, well, wow, I can get to college through this sport now. I can get to Olympics through this sport now, and then hopefully one day I can get paid through this sport now.
That's it.
But most importantly, become a good person, become a good mom, become a good whatever you want to do in life, and the rest will take care of itself, right?
Agreed, 100%.
Hey, Coach, I look forward to meeting you next week, man. I can't wait to shake your hand and say thanks for the support. And you are right down the road, so once we get through this, I'll come hang out.
Yeah, dude, for sure. Like we have to hit up some of those places you mentioned.
Yeah, we'll just meet right there at Meat and Fire.
There you go. I'm down.
Later. We'll make one of those fat guy runs. We'll start at Meat and Fire. We'll run down through Philly Steak. We'll cut up one of those. Then we'll hit Taste of Basil and cheap whatever the hell that name is.
Touch of Basil and Chimentos.
And Chimentos.
Well, you missed one of the best places, man. Mutts.
You know, I almost put mutts and catfish, but I put Krabby Bills and catfish.
Yeah, I'm mutts, man. That's, if you're a burger guy, you gotta go there.
Yeah, and then you know, for dessert, I'm gonna leave you in the car while I run in and get a donut. No, I'm just joking with you.
Hey, that's fine by me, because
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear what you got to say about that. I can't wait to meet you. All right, brother.
All right, man.
Later, man.
Sounds good.
Thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate you.
Absolutely, my pleasure. You're doing a great job for the community, man. We all appreciate it.
Thank you.